Hey, what is going on, guys? Fetsis here, and today I'm bringing you guys one of the best gameplays I've gotten in quite a while. This is up to standards with probably the unsupported triple I have, but this is probably a little bit better. What you guys are watching in the background is a MW3 Penta Moab on the map Terminal, obviously in a full team of support using the ACR. So a few things I want to go over because I usually don't get gameplays like this, but I have been recently, which is pretty cool, and this is actually my first Penta Moab as well. I've never even gotten a quad Moab, so I went right from getting a triple Moab to a Penta Moab, which I think is pretty cool. This is my first game running a full support team in about 2 months, I want to say, so that's pretty cool as well. So a few things to go over. One, I get 160 gun kills this game. My final score was 160 to 12. I actually don't call in a single Moab, so this is straight 160 gun kills. And I know you might be saying, oh, well, Zeus, there's 200 plus specialists out there, so this isn't really that impressive. But the thing is, one of my teammates, I'll mention that later, he actually captured the C flag right at the start of the game, so that cut out like 2 to 3 minutes. This game, I believe, is only 10 minutes and 57 seconds, something like that, so about 2 minutes of this game were cut out by C flag being captured, which is really unfortunate, because obviously this would have then been, that sounded weird in my head, but yeah, this would have been the 200 plus specialist, and probably even the Hexa Moab, because in this game, I get the first Moab by around 30 points, and then I don't get the double until, I believe, 106 points. So there's kind of a huge gap there, so there could have been a streak there, and there also could have been a streak in those 2 minutes had C flag not been captured. And then, but past when I get the double Moab, I just go completely fucking off. I die in like a few specialist bonus here and there, but yeah, I do end up getting the Penta Moab pretty clutch as well. It was the last kill of the game. It was actually the final kill cam. I killed some kid that was in final stand, so had he not been there, I probably would not have gotten the Penta. And I also kind of freaked out a little bit. I'm going to leave the link to Ocean Ops', he was in this game with me, to his Twitch stream, because he was actually streaming this as he was running support for me, and I kind of freaked out. I didn't freak out like a little girl or anything like that, but I was pretty pumped when I got this, so make sure to go check that out, and while you're there, might as well follow him on Twitch as well. So I quickly want to thank the support team I had in here, because these guys were actually really good, considering I hadn't played with about half of them before. So I want to thank Ocean Ops. Obviously, he was streaming this, like I said before, and he was running support for me. We were switching off. I want to thank Saver6, even though he did lag out at 150 points. So that's another thing I'll quickly mention. At 150 points, he lags out of the game, and a random joins, and he ends up pushing the spawn when I was a few off the Penta. He pushes in with like a Model 1887 or some shit. So, yeah, I had to run over to the B flag to get the last few kills. Next up, I want to thank WW Judas, who is sitting in flip spawn, and he actually ends up getting a Moab this game, so congratulations to you. I want to thank V2 Aqua. He's a big fan of mine. He's always favoriting my tweets and all that shit, so I want to thank you for running support. I also want to thank Sway Twists, CBK Voltic, Metseus, and Leviathan. Even though you did capture the C flag, you still did do a good job running support, so can't get too mad. I still did get the Penta, and the Hex will be something I get eventually. Alright, so also I want to mention that the dualtage, right? I know I made a video almost 2 weeks ago saying that it was going to be up like a week ago, but unfortunately Yums has run into some problems with the editing. He's been kind of busy. He hasn't been able to go to his mom's house to have access to his computer, and now he's also got his SOAR recruitment challenge to edit, along with another montage for his channel, so I'm thinking maybe another week or two probably for the dualtage, which is kind of a good thing at the same time, because it's given me and Serial enough time to get some more clips together. Meaning we could maybe even have a 2-song montage, it's looking like, because we have enough clips for about 6 or 7 minutes, it's looking like. So, also I want to mention my uploading schedule, even though I think I mentioned this in probably every single damn video. I do really want to get back into a video schedule. I don't know if I could promise every other day, but every 2 days is looking pretty good to me right now. Every 2 days, if I bring you guys a video, I don't think that'll be too much of a problem, and I won't completely kill my channel, which I've been kind of on the road to doing, but I think a Penta Moab will kind of boost that back up as long as I continue to upload regularly. Alright, so I kind of have a topic I want to discuss with you guys, because I do want to leave in as much of these Moab streaks as I can, because they're all pretty fast. So what I'm going to be talking to you guys about today is an article that I saw It's Luca tweet out about from Kotaku.com. I'll leave his Twitter in the description, because if you're not following Luca on Twitter, you're doing it wrong. But basically the article was talking about this French Counter-Strike player, and I'm not going to mention names because, well, I really can't pronounce any of their French names, so yeah, basically he's a professional Counter-Strike player, and there was this tournament about, I want to say 6-7 months ago, and it was being live streamed. It was a pretty big deal, and this guy was like one of the top tier players, right? He has a lot of respect, and he's probably got a huge ego as well. Oh, obviously he has a huge ego. And pretty much in a really important round that he had to clutch, he ended up getting knifed, I believe, by someone on the enemy team who was also a French Counter-Strike player. And instead of just getting mad, which is understandable, I get mad at Call of Duty as well, but instead of getting mad, he took it to the next level. And not even the next level, he took it like 5 fucking levels ahead. He spent the next 6 months plotting how he was going to kill this guy, and he actually acted on it. He spent the next 6 months planning this out, and he ended up going to this guy's house in France with a kitchen knife, and he rings the doorbell. The guy greets him, and he stabs him in the chest with a kitchen knife. Now, thank God this guy didn't die. I believe it missed the heart by a few inches, which is, you know, thank God this guy didn't die. And the guy who stabbed him did end up getting caught like an hour later, and he's going to be going to jail for, I believe, 8 to 10 years, something like that. And the judge had a really good quote in there. He said, "You were a menace to society. I am frankly terrified of the disproportionate reaction you could have had if someone looked at you the wrong way in the street." Which I completely agree with. This guy's some kind of psychopath. Imagine, like, bumping into this guy, or, you know, accidentally bumping into his car or something like that. Imagine the kind of reaction he would have if he flips out over a video game. And I understand he's a professional Counter-Strike player, right? This is kind of like his job. But at the end of the day, it is still a video game. I understand people get mad at video games because I shouldn't be speaking. I get very, very frustrated with video games. But I think it has to do with they're getting mad and actually acting on how mad you are. You know what I mean? Like going to someone's house and stabbing them, that's not an okay reaction. And I would never do that, obviously. Obviously, I'm going to scream in whatever Xbox Live party I am, or like break a controller or a headset. That would be pretty much the furthest I would go. But plotting someone's murder for 6 months, I believe that's a little bit excessive. So the reason I think he did this is because I think the better you get at a video game, the madder you get, right? Or the more frustrated you get when you get bullshit deaths. Because back when I first got MW2, that was the first Call of Duty I had. When I died to bullshit, I really didn't care because I was awful at the game. It wasn't like I was going for nukes or anything like that, or that I thought I was better than anyone, because I was just really bad at the game, so I really didn't care. But as the Call of Duties progressed and my skills progressed, I seemed to get more frustrated when someone I know that wasn't as good as me killed me. And I still do to this day, and I believe that's the reason why. I think the better you get at the game, the more frustrated you get when someone that's not as good as you kills you. But again, stabbing someone, that's not an okay reaction, and I hope this guy really spends those years in jail not plotting someone else's murder. Maybe he'll try to kill the judge or something. Maybe that's what he'll be plotting for the next 8 to 10 years. But yeah, I'm glad this guy is off the streets and off the online gaming community, because that was kind of terrifying to see. So that's all I really wanted to touch on. Moral of the story is you can get mad at video games, but you don't go to their house and stab them in the chest. So that's all I wanted to say about that. Remember to leave a like if you guys enjoyed the rambling I did in this commentary. If you didn't enjoy the rambling in the commentary, at least leave a like for the Penta Moab in the background. Remember to leave your comments and thoughts below on the article that I talked about. And remember to check out the article too. That's going to be in the description. There's a lot of things in the description, so make sure to check them all out. Remember to like the video, and that's all the time I have left. Peace.